Hey guys, Miss Paraso here. Today we're going to do the tessellation for using the rotation. So scissors, colored pencils, that's for the end, so you don't really need them right now. You can hold off on those. You are going to need tape. Tape, scissors, your index card, and then when you're ready to trace, you'll want your 2.5-inch square grid. So if you've done the translating one and the reflecting one, this is actually a different grid now. The other ones were 2.5 by 3. Now we're going to do a 2.5 by 2.5. Alrighty. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your index card and you're going to go ahead and fold it in half. That's going to give you a 2.5 by 3. Okay. All right. Then we need it to be 2.5 by 2.5. So if yours has lines on the back, we actually don't really need to measure because I have found out that, so I had pre-measured mine to cut it and to see, and if you actually just count down 2 lines, you will make a 2.5 by 2.5. So I'm going to do it and make 2, so that way in case you mess up, you've got a backup there. Alrighty. So you would cut this part off, cut them in half, and you would have 2.5 by 2.5. Okay. All right. So here's your 2.5-inch square. I am, again, just like with, if you've watched the other videos for reflect and translate, you're going to start from one corner and go to the other corner with some sort of simple line design. Okay. Don't get too crazy because you have to cut this out and trace it over and over again. And precision counts with these just to make your design look amazing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. And also, again, depending on your scissors. Okay. All right. So for this one, we're going to be doing a rotation. So when you do the translation, you just slid it right to the top. When you did a reflection, you slid it to the top, but you flipped it. So because we're doing a rotation, you're going to have it there, and you're going to turn it 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay. So we're not going to turn it over to the back, so we're going to do it just... is now going to go, the straight edge side matches up with the other straight edge side with no any flipping. All right, we're going to go ahead and put a piece of tape there. Oop. A little bit better precision than that. Okay. All right, so that was a 90 degrees counterclockwise. I hope I said that right. Counterclockwise rotation there. Okay, and then we're going to do actually the same thing on the other side. So you're going to draw another design. It could be the same if you want. I'm not really good at repeating the same. I'm going to try to make it a little bit more interesting here and just make it different. So I'm going to do straight line, there. Okay, and now you're going to cut that as well. And again, be careful. Don't follow all the way through because you need this all in one piece. Like I almost cut off my triangle there. It's a little. So don't have your lines come and touch the edge. Okay, like I got mine a little too close there for my template. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. So I'm going this way. This time I'm going 90 degrees clockwise. Okay. So basically flat edge to flat edge. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the tape on my design here first, and then I'm going to line them up. I'm going to flip it over. A little bit easier for me, and I like to just be precise here. Okie dokie. All right. So I had just flipped it over so I could line it up to the tape better. All right. Now I'm going to trim off. I have some tape right there, so I'm going to trim that off because I'm going to need to trace right in there. So again, you don't want to mess up your design. Alrighty. Okay, so there is my design. Interesting. Okay. You also want to start seeing, like, what images do you see from that? Get a little creative there. Alrighty, so I tend to take mine and I see my original square right here. So I'm actually going to try and line that up. And then I'm going to trace it. And it's okay if it goes out of your grid, because after you're done tracing it, and drawing in your designs, then we can actually cut it out. And so what you're doing is what is in art terms called a bleed. So you always bleed your image off of the edge so it looks naturally that way and you don't have any gaps along the edges. All right, so there's our first image. Now we have to figure out how it's not just going to slide over and match up. It's not going to flip. All right, so if you think about it, what we did with this image, okay, is we rotated it to get these. So again, look here at that shape, and it's that puzzle. So I'm going to actually rotate this around. So I turned it, and I'm going to go ahead and trace that. Okay. You want to make sure you got all that connected there. All right, and we're going to do the same thing again. So you're trying to figure out, now because the straight lines, that one's a little bit harder, but I think if we rotate it like this way, not quite. Miss Parasot's not great at puzzles. All right, I'll go here. I'm going to have to figure that side out. Hold on, let's see. This. There we go. Oh, yeah, I made it fit. All right, so we'll go there. That might help me out rotating here to get that one. So I'm going to do this just a couple more times. All right, I'm going to pause my video and trace it so you don't have to sit here watching me trace pictures. So be right back. Okay, did you miss me? Of course you didn't, because I wasn't even gone from your screen. I paused time and you didn't even notice. All right, so you have your design all rotated on here. Now, the tricky part is now kind of what image do you see and kind of creating something from that. Now, like all mine have been faces, so apparently I'm into seeing faces. So I'm going to see if I can see something different this time. I mean, you could simply just color them however you want. Nope, still seeing just faces. I don't know why. All right. And always mine have always had a nose. Okay, I'm going to get creative. Let me see. Maybe I see a boat. I see a boat. We'll make it a boat. So, kind of like one of those toy boat things. So there's the boat. Okay. And then it's kind of like in some water. And this is the water. So if I had my colored pencils, I'd make that blue. All right, so I might draw it in like that. And maybe that's like the captain's deck up there. Maybe there's some railings here. Safety first. Okay, all right, so maybe that's my image there. Maybe I go with a whole theme of transportation and I try to see, maybe I see a train. Okay, so I could go with a theme, or I could just keep doing that same image over and over again. I like that idea of transportation, so I might take that and be like, oh, okay, you look like a train. I'm going to, not really sure what a train looks like. And it has one of those little things up front. Looks more like a bulldozer to me. Maybe it's a bulldozer. All right, well, you get the idea. Okay. Yeah, apparently I don't know what a train looks like. Yeah, you get the idea. You're going to use your imagination, and you can repeat the image. You can go with the theme. You can draw each one different. So take a look at the examples that I placed up in OneNote. Some people just did close-ups of figures, like within the shape, too. So have fun, get creative with it. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.